Hello everyone, welcome back to Ni No Kuni. So I'm back to the waystone that we previously left off at after fighting the first boss in this instance, having collected our new Astra spell, which will definitely come in useful towards the end fight of this game, of the story mode of this game anyhow. So I highly recommend, if you haven't got the Astra spell, then make sure you watch the previous episode to find out how to get it. It's definitely not with entering combat. These things are annoying and they're quite hard as well. It's definitely not required, and a lot of people who play Ni No Kuni won't get the Astra spell until after the post-story, or until the post-story. But I highly recommend that you do go and collect it at this particular point if you haven't already. And I take back what I said about these being hard. This wasn't challenging in any way, shape or form. You can't collect these as familiars, these sort of robot things that come out of the walls, so don't even bother trying to farm for them. The only thing you get is a little bit of experience. And you get a little bit of a dialogue cutscene the first time you encounter one. Which, to be fair, might have already happened for you before this point. And there's another one just taking place there. So we want to be a little bit cautious here. See if we can avoid these. Should be able to. Yeah, easy peasy. No problem. So there is a couple of treasure chests, so I'm going to stick the Veil spell on. In fact, you know, having the Veil spell might stop those robots from coming out of the wall. Now, I don't know that for certainty, but I've got a feeling it does, which is why we haven't seen any up until this point. Because I have been using the Veil spell quite robustly. Now, I just need to get my bearings around here, actually. Okay, so here's a treasure chest. I think I know where I'm going now. I say think. Ah, didn't see him there. Again, when you've got the...
Fancy your chances, do you?
Oh, Toko O Cold. Brilliant things they are. Give you lots of experience, but we need to make sure we can kill it. So we'll use the Astra spell, shall we? It's as good a time as any to test it out, because the Toko Colds do tend to run away, which we don't want. Let's see if we can one-shot them. Okay, the Toko was actually weak. No. That's it, kill the Toko, and we'll get Esther to serenade this thing.
Are you ready?
If we can do it in time before we run out, yeah. Ah, we didn't actually need that. Oh no, we did, I don't think we've got that one yet. The Sharpooter. But the main thing is we killed that Toko cold thing, which is super rare. And we'll get a nice bit of experience for it. 26,000 just for killing one. You can't say that's too shabby at all. Oh, look at all these lovely levels. Even our main characters who are in the 70s are getting at least 2 levels. Stalagmites. Giant hands of stone raised from the earth to deal physical damage to a single foe. Well, that sounds pretty awesome. I think we'll get rid of poison. Yada. Let's just go through all this. Yes, keep it, but send it straight to the... it won't go to the familiar retreat thing because... well, it doesn't need to, quite frankly. Right, time to equip Veil once again. Of course, as soon as you've entered combat, then doesn't matter how long Veil's been on for, it'll be coming straight off again. Right, now there are a couple of more chests, so we probably shouldn't have come west to begin with, because this is the way that we need to come back in order to find the next warp point. So I haven't perhaps done this in the most logical of formats, but it's no problem. We'll just have to take the long way home. Oh, go away. Right, there's a T section here. Ah, the effects of chart chests have worn off. I don't like the sound of that. So we'll just keep going down south because there's another red chest at the bottom. Again, I am just keeping an eye out for those Toko 2 colds, whatever the heck they're called. Bottle of Nosha, I wonder what that is. I haven't seen one of those, I don't think, yet. There's one of Maito's final metamorphosed forms. And the final chest that we need is a blue chest up here. So we will be using the spring lock spell. There it is. A worm fang. Was that a ring, did it say? Should we have a look at what we've just collected? Oh, there's a couple of things here. Now that's interesting. He should be using that really, shouldn't he? Unless this worm fang thing does any better. Resistance to fire, yeah. You'd be having a bit of that. Just checking out our good stuff. Trick type intensified. Pretty awesome. Okay, so that would boost his attack to 302. Or that to 300. Then we'll equip those Griffin's Teeth. Anything to boost his attack is awesome. Yeah, that'll do for now then. So, I haven't actually checked our accessories for a while, but we've managed to boost. I'll just quickly double check these folks. I mean, look at some of this. Magic attack is on 346 at the moment. 353. 351. Yep, we'll do that. Giants 2. See, some of this is really old stuff. Magic attack goes up by 10 for that. That's pretty good. Or up by 8 for that. Occasionally poisons an enemy. I think we'll go for that. And can Swain have any decent upgrades here, perhaps? Yes, he can. Plus 8 to each of those. That's good to me. Always make sure you check your accessories because I haven't been doing enough of that, in all honesty. Because I've been so excited about rushing through the game to get to the final bosses, which is where we are currently reaching now. Veil's wearing off, so I'll just recast that, and then we're going to run all the way over to the other side. Oh, I don't know why I've come down here. Look, I'm getting myself into a right pickle now. We need to go across the main corridor in order to reach the west side again. Try and avoid these enemies if we can, that's always useful. Come on, Oliver, get some running power going, please. And we're going to be going for the warp point, which we went very near to earlier on. It's just up here in this little unexplored bit, although there's no more chests around here. Just make sure if you don't want to engage those robots that you've got a veil, because there's a couple down here that will spawn. And it puts the good old objective marker on the waypoint for us, or the warp point rather. And now this puts us down on the back up onto the next floor again. So we'll cast chart chests. There's about 3 more chests I think we want to grab. And then we can make it over to the final waypoint, which will take us to our final waystone to heal up, save, and then engage in the game's best battles. I thought there was a chest around here. Obviously not, I'm getting myself confused. That's okay. There might be one down the bottom here. And just keep an eye out for those Toko 2 colds, because they can spawn around here. If you run up and down these corridors, then you've got a good chance of seeing them. And you can reset the enemies by running up and down the whole lengths. Chest. Sorcerer's Soul. That sounds like it could hurt. Well, it's not going to be Oliver, is he? He's just got the Astra. Oh, look, we can give him the Morn Star now. But I'm not going to bother messing around with him at the moment. Okay, so it's a good magic attack booster. So who uses magic? Well, it's also good for Scully there. Yeah, pretty good boost. I think we'll equip him with that. Scully does pound quite a bit, although... Ah! His levels are a little bit weak at the minute because we've metamorphosed him not too long ago. Oh, no Toko 2 cold in the group. That's okay. Since we're going to heal up in a moment, I'm just going to Astra them all to death, hopefully. Although some of these enemies are quite resistant to Astra. Let's see what sort of damage we get done. One shot. See what I said to get this spell?
It's a gift.
Yeah. And like I said, on one of the last bosses, it'll really play its part. Oh, we got quite a few items from that as well. Not too shabby if you ask me. We do need a new veil though. We don't need to go across that ledge. There's no chests or anything across there. We do, however, want to go across the next one. I believe there is a chest on this one. I hope anyway, because these actually take a fair bit of time to get across. And Oliver seems to keep getting nervous because he keeps slowing down. Come on. I'm not moving the analog stick in any way, shape or form. I don't know why he does that. Yeah, thought there was a chest. A vial of Wizard's King Secret. I just want to see what that does. Fully restores... Well, that's going to be useful in the last few battles if we need to heal up, isn't it? Fully restores hit points and MP. Yes, please. I'd love to know what the alchemy formula is to make those. I bet it's not cheap. Oh, wow, I can't believe I've come so far in Ni No Kuni. I am actually really chuffed that we're getting close to the end of the story because I've really enjoyed this game. And it'd be nice to finally see the culmination of all that hard work, I guess. But even so, once we've completed the main story, there's still optional stuff for us to do, and I definitely plan on doing it. So I'm not ready to just quit Ni No Kuni just yet. Definitely not. So there's a warp point here, and this, I think, is the last one we'll need to use. I believe we've got all of the treasure chests now in this dungeon. And this is the last waystone now. Heading up north will take you to the final bosses of the game, so make sure you're ready for that. In fact, I think I'm going to annoy everybody here, because it could take a fair bit of time getting through the final bosses and the game cutscenes and endings and whatnot. I'm going to save all that for one episode and call things quits here for today. So please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check back soon for the next episode as we hopefully successfully complete Ni No Kuni. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. Don't forget to share these videos with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.